to have a sneaky link with...
Sorry, bro. It's been a tough night for me.
Turns heads.
No, I didn't expect that.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know this beat, you're KylerB coming at you with a new video. So today we're going to be talking about Love Island Season 10, Episode 3. And let's get right into this video. So, as we know, Zachariah picked Catherine. And you know, they're now a couple now. So, Andre gets a text basically saying that he's going to be single. And, you know, they're going to be recoupling at the end of the week. Next thing you know, Zachariah gets a text. And it's basically like him and Catherine are going to go on a date on the terrace. So, they all, Zachariah and Catherine leave to go on a terrace. They all disperse. And, we see, they asking Andre, are you all right? Are you all right? You okay? Like, did you expect that? And he's like, oh, I didn't expect that. And then when they went into, like, the girls' little talking session and the guys' talking session, he's like, oh, yeah, I expected that or whatever. Like, he was trying to, he was, switching up. Like, he was trying to act cool. Like, he's like, oh, I didn't expect that. But then now he's like, oh, yeah, I saw it coming. Blah, 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 blah. And then we see Ty basically, instigate all these questions. Because Ty is very messy. Like, the questions that he asked throughout the entire episode today, which is very messy. The girls are talking and they're like, they kind of knew that it was going to be Catherine or maybe Ella, like just the top two really that Zachariah was going to pick. So then we see, Tyrique basically talking to Ella in the kitchen and, he's like, if Zachariah took you, he would have felt some type of way. Because he did say previously that, it might have been game on if, Zachariah picked Ella. So it seems like he really does like Ella because, that he keep on telling her that, she's basically his number one, whatnot, all that. So then we get to Catherine and Zachariah's date, and, they're just chatting. They're just basically trying to get to know each other, really, because they never really had the time in the villa to get to know each other. So this is, the perfect time where they can have that one-on-one time to just chat and talk about things.
Did you go in knowing you're going to pick me? Or...
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I feel like
that's reassuring.
After I chat, I was like, okay, you know what? Vibe's good. I'd be silly not to, at least...
So it wasn't a hard decision?
I can't say it was a hard decision. This was just completely 100% natural. And
yeah.
So, they're just having, basically basic chat. Nothing too special, but it was pretty good. And, later on we see Catherine feed Zachariah a chocolate-covered strawberry. So it was basically good chats. That was basically the gist of the date. But, it's the day 2, really, is night 2. Nothing too special can really be going on. But, yeah, they come back from the date. They chat about it. And, Zachariah feels good about the date. Catherine feels good about the date. Then Zachariah pulls Andre for a chat. He's like, I gotta step on toes. Basically just letting him know. Even though he didn't really have to speak to Andre, but, Andre was acting like a wounded soldier. This man was just, laying up on Ruchi, caressing his head and all that stuff. I'm just bro, acting like he was really down and sad. And then when it was time for them to go to sleep, you see, Tyrique asking him, oh, you're gonna be in bed alone, and, and then I think the guys are asking him, oh, you're gonna be in bed alone, and, Andre's I've been single for all this time, I've been being in the bed alone all this time, so I'm just these are just messy chats. They all go to sleep, really. Wake up. Tyrique asked them again, oh, Catherine and Zach, how was your first night in bed together? Andre, how was your night in bed alone? I'm just why? As soon as they get up, he's asking Catherine and Zach, oh, how do you guys sleep? And then asking Andre, oh, you good? Bro, This guy was so messy. So it's daytime, you know, they're all chatting, you know, having like, you know, everybody's saying that, you know, it's early days, there's nothing to be closed off about and whatnot. It's early days. Tyrique and Jess and Rucci, they're like sitting, and like Tyrique and Jess like look very hugged up. Like you would think from the previews that, you know, maybe Tyrique might be turning to Jess. So next thing you know, Andre gets a text. There's a new girl in the villa, basically coming to the villa, and it's Whitney. Whitney basically asked, you know, pulls Andre for a date, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, Andre was all sad last night. Now he all up in happy spirits, like, oh, okay, you know, he's not sad no more. He got a girl coming to, you know, be with him. So he gets ready for the date. You know, the guys are hyping him up, whatnot. And I think Catherine just felt a little way. Because, I mean, even though she's like, you know, she feels really good or she's leaning towards Zachariah, I feel like she still kind of does like Andre. And obviously Andre does like her. So we get to see Andre go on this date with Whitney. And, you know, Whitney's just too real. You know, she's 25, from London, an entrepreneur. Yeah. So, they were just having chats, having a little date. And I'm just like, Whitney, she got personality. Like, she's like really too real. Like, she might be too real for Love Island. Like, she just saying it like it is, telling you how it is. Like, I don't think she's going to be the one to beat around the bush anytime soon in this villa. So they get back from the villa, you know, all the girls hug, and then, you know, they all get to, you know, hear about Andre and his date, and, you know, they're like, oh, how was the date? And Tyrique, again, asking, you know, Andre, like, oh, is, you know, Whitney number one on your list? Like, bro, like, why? Asking number one on your list, you know, the girls are talking to Whitney and, you know, getting to know her and chat to her and whatnot. And it seems like good chats. Then we see later to get ready for the night. And then Tyrique asks Andre again. And then I think Andre basically said that he still likes Catherine.
What you said to them? Still Catherine, bro. Okay. Oh, Catherine's still your main? Your main squeeze?
This is what I want to wear, yeah?
So he was like, oh, Catherine's still your number one. And he's like, yeah. The switch up that Andre be doing, though. Like, this man, you know, be like, oh, Whitney this, Whitney that. When he was around with the guys just at the fire pit. Then, you know, Andre and Tyrique talking again. And he's like, yeah, Catherine's still number one. So they all get ready. Everybody all hype, you know, have their little chats. Then we see Andre talking to, I believe it's Rucci. Whitney pops up. She's like, you know, let's go for round two. Let's chat again. And, you know, she's like, you know, you haven't told me that I was, you know, I look good tonight. Like, let's go. Like, then they had a little banter about this whole situation, which was like, okay. So then we see Meddy and Whitney chat, and their conversation was so funny because, you know, Meddy's like, oh, he likes brunettes, nice eyes, blah blah blah, and then Whitney had to be like I'm wearing a wig, so like I don't know what's your type, like you need to be for real. So
brunette, dark eyes, confident.
Well, this is a wig.
Sorry?
So I don't know what you're looking for.
You could have it on, not have it on, I don't give a fuck.
But I mean, it's nice to see Meddy actually try to, like, you know, graft a little bit, because obviously him and Rucci are like a dead ting. Like, they're just friend vibes, you know. So, you know, Whitney's making her rounds, talking to each guy, really getting to know everybody. And, yeah, but you see, like, you know, Meddy might be vibing with, you know, Whitney. I don't know. Like, you can't call it out. Like, you never know. You know, they might be a pair. You know, they might be a pair. Next thing you know, we see Tyrique talk to Jess. And, you know, I guess Jess was kind of feeling Tyrique. So then Tyrique basically flat out told Jess, like, yeah, this is just a friend thing. Like, nothing romantic here. Like, he basically friend zoned her. And, you know, Jess is, like, trying to play it off, like, you know, oh, okay. You know, he's like, I hope somebody comes in the villa for you, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, bro, like, from the first look and from the episode, like, he's all hugged up and laid up with her. You would think, you know, oh, he might be turning his head. No. He was just like, yeah, he's like, I'm sorry if I led you on, but yeah, this is a friend thing. So then he goes over to Ella and basically, like, discusses it with Ella, and Ella's like, you know, they might have been a little bit of talk that might led her to believe that. But then after they talk, you know, he's like, you know, he basically has eyes for Ellen, whatever. They share, like, a really passionate kiss, and, you know, Ruchi and Catherine were just, like, across the villa, and they saw it, and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah. Next thing you know, we see Molly and Mitchell on the terrace, and they also share a kiss on the terrace. And, you know, so you got two kisses that are outside of the challenge. Well, Mitchell's and Molly's second kiss outside of the challenge, but in one night. So we see that, and then basically after that happened, that was basically the end of the episode. Also, we need to talk about how when Ruchi and George had a little chat, and Ruchi basically flat out told George, like, I thought your type was blondes. Like, I don't think, like, why are you talking to me for?
No, I didn't.
You know?
I feel like I didn't realize, like, I was even, like, your type.
See, to be honest with you, I don't actually, like, really have a type.
Okay, I feel like your type is more like blonde. I don't know, I just got that one.
Okay, no. So, to be fair, you wouldn't be wrong in saying that. So, like, as you know,
And, you know, George trying to, like, play the field and be like, you know, yeah, that might be true, but he's trying to, like, maybe, like, expand his horizons and talk to Ruchi. But it was just so funny how she'd be like, I thought you liked blondes, like, why are you talking to me? But that was the episode, like, a little episode, but the next thing you know, we see the preview. And the preview got everybody shaking, everybody a little upset, because they're playing this little game where, like, oh, kiss the person that you like, this person, kiss that person. So we see Zachariah, I guess, kiss the person. He kisses Molly, and everybody like, I thought your top three was Ellen, Ruchi, and Catherine. Why are you kissing Molly for? Because the question at the preview showed, you know, why is he kissing Molly? So then we see Molly later after and be like, oh, the kiss with Zach was like, oh, he's a good kisser. So everybody's like, well, what? I thought you liked Catherine. Why are you kissing Molly? So I would just say we just have to see until tomorrow's episode. I'm not trying to count anything out, but the reactions to Molly's kiss with Zach was, yeah, a little shocking, okay, to, you know, say the least. But we just have to see tomorrow's episode to really gain, you know, context of what's going on here, because we haven't really seen, you know, Catherine or Zachariah's reaction or, you know, aftermath of the kiss, or like if he was really feeling Molly or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just hear Molly just basically thinking that, you know, maybe she should really like open, you know, speak to Zachariah about a connection, if it's there or not. I don't know. But that was the episode. You know, Tyrique was Messyville. You know, Zachariah and Catherine are starting, you know, their little couple, but it's still early days. Whitney's in the villa. Whitney, she's giving energy. Okay, she's giving energy. But we just have to see. This season is really turning it up. Like, we're only on episode 3, and we're already like, let's go. Like, getting, you know, we getting up there, and it's only episode 3. But anyway, guys, if you like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, and y'all not subscribe to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.